Welcome to our show, Breaking the Barriers, Nurturing the Virtuous Women.
We're here today at ZANU-PF headquarters, the home of the ruling party. Hello, ma'am. It's such an honor to have you on our show today.
Thank you, Belinda.
Yes.
And I'm also happy to, to be interviewed with such a beautiful, the most beautiful woman in Zimbabwe. It's a privilege.
No,
And I want to thank you also.
Thank you very
for
much,
having-
ma'am.
for
We
giving
learn
such-
from inspiring women like you. So tell us, who exactly is the lady behind maybe Mbowa?
Well, from the name maybe, I don't know what my parents really meant when they said maybe. Maybe they were given a girl after they having two boys, because I've got two brothers ahead of me.
Oh, lovely.
But now I'm born, my parents are from Shirogwi, but I was born in Kokwe, at Kokwe Hospital.
Kokwe.
So I'm born and bred in Kokwe.
All right.
Yeah, kana tichitaura pane chedu kuti tiri mashango.
All right.
So yes, that's where I grew up. I went to Mateta school, it's in Kokwe. Then I went for secondary education. I attended both Amaveni and Mambo secondary schools for my secondary education. After that, I went to Belvedere Teachers College, where I attended my diploma in education degree, and in education, diploma in education,
Lovely.
and I specialized in mathematics. So it was a double major.
Oh, wow.
And in those days, it was just,
It was
for a
something.
woman to do mathematics. So from Belvedere, I was deployed to Nembuzia Government Secondary School. I had a passion for Gokwe.
Oh,
I
back to
liked
Kokwe?
Gokwe. So, from college, I went back to Gokwe again.
That's nice.
Yes, and I was deployed at Nembuzia Government Secondary School
Okay.
as a maths teacher. And during my teaching periods, I thought of also expanding my career so that I get some more education. So I had to go to Morgan, the Zintec College part-time, where I did what we called the Diploma in Education degree, but it was a diploma in supervision.
Okay.
But it was under Ministry of Education as well.
Here you
And
are.
after that, I did my Bachelor of Education degree with MSU, Midland State University.
Amazing. Amazing.
And I never left Nembuzia Government Secondary School. I was a teacher there, grew up through the ranks of become a class teacher,
Uh-huh.
a senior teacher, senior one,
Right, right.
deputy head, and I became head of school in 2008.
Wow.
Head of Nembuzia Government Secondary School. And we were one of the first, a few women who became heads, yes, in 2008. And it was a government school, the only government school in Kokwe North, and you know how
That's incredible.
it is. Yes. So I was there till I left Nembuzia, joining Parliament in 2018.
Ah, right. Going to that, please tell me how your passion from teaching led you into politics. How did you rise above
It's
that?
not my passion for teaching that led me into politics. Actually, I was a teacher, but I was a politician by then. I was born a politician because my mother was a politician, my father was a politician.
Oh.
Way back before I was born, they were in high fields, the crocodile things that is talked about, those who lived in those days, they were part of those groups.
Okay.
And they worked for the party. And I grew knowing that we should do that was part of how we grew now. Because my father would leave my mother going for meetings and would know that so it's like when I grew up at secondary level, I joined, you know, those village structures at village level.
Yes, yes.
And when I went to college, I came back. I was deployed again in Gokwe, Nembuzia. That was in 1996. And I came back to join the youth wing, and it was Tashinga district in Gokwe North, Panembuzia. Yes.
That's amazing.
So I was in the youth wing, and in 2000, I graduated, you know, I was now becoming a woman. That's when I had my first daughter. So I graduated into the Women's League department, and I started being a secretary for education because my teacher can now ever pay education.
Of course.
So I was in the education, secretary for education, and I pushed from 2000 to 2005 when I became the treasurer for the main wing. You know, there's the Women's League, there's the youth, and there's the main wing. And I became the treasurer for the main wing because so I wanted also to feel the main board, how it is when you're in that wing. So I was secretary. I was secretary for finance.
In the main wing.
Then in 2008, I became the vice chairperson of that district. It was divided into two districts, and the one I was now the vice chair was now renamed Motora Central.
Okay.
Yes, but still in Mbuzia. So I was the vice chair up to 2013, and I graduated to provincial level. And I think that I'm going to get married because I'm the secretary for finance, Women's League at provincial level.
Wow.
And from province, I was also co-opted to national level as the secretary for transport and welfare. From there, in 2019, I was made the secretary for commissariat by my wing. To fill a post which was left vacant, and that's where I am now as the political for commissariat.
So I'm actually sitting in the presence of the National Political Commissar.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
amazing. So this position, ma'am, what exactly are your duties?
Yeah, being a political commissar, you know, yeah, you have got so many duties. You work to satisfy your party, and you should work in the shoes of the president of the party, in the shoes of the ideology of the party, and also in the shoes of your wing, which is the Women's League department, where I fall. So it's like when I'm talking here now, I'm talking on behalf of now my secretary for Women's League, because even being a commissariat, I stand for her in her absence, because the post I'm holding is in her shoes.
Beautiful.
Whatever I do, I seek authority from her. So my duty as is mainly is mobilization. Mobilizing more women into the party. Girls into the party.
Wow.
Yes, not women alone, but we can, go also to mobilize men, but our duty mainly is for women, because we know that if you take a woman, you've also taken the children and the men.
Of course.
So my main thrust is to mobilize for the party.
Is there like a certain age range for entering the Women's League, or?
Normally we say if you are below 35, you belong to the youth wing.
Okay.
And above 35, you now graduate into the Women's League. But you are not bad to become, because someone can become a woman as early as 12 years, but we don't. I encourage that. You know, it's just what is happening these days with our kids. But what we are saying is sometimes someone who is at 30 would wish to join into the Women's League. We will not bar that person.
Okay.
Because she feels she has got something she wants to do there. You can join, but actually she fits on both the women's league and the youth
And the
league. Yes.
Okay. All right.
But
That's
asitechi kuti unogomanyire chimbogarawo kakuyuti wozokwirawo nokuti madzimai tinongowada even varied as women's league kuyouth wing ikoko anongori mudzimai tinoshanda naye.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So do you have any business concerns apart from politics?
Maybe before we go to business concerns, you know, you had asked me my role exactly as the PC.
Yes, as
Yes.
the commissar.
You know, we have also deviated from the situation whereby we thought kuti if you say pamberi ZANU-PF pasine ndio pasi ndo zvinoita kuti musangano ukure. Hazvisiri izvo. Aside sloganeering, my trust as the political commissar also is to empower the women, because sometimes women need to have food on the table kuti vawane kusupport wochi musangano zvakadini zvakanaka. So we come up with the empowering programs, and for your own information, we have got women who can make Vaseline, candles, polish. We have got women who can, you know, who are into bread making, bun making. We have got women who are into goat rearing, cattle rearing, and we are so fortunate because our president also established a women's bank, which is very helpful to our women. And when we are looking at the women's bank, and also as the political commissar, I don't look to ZANU-PF women only. I look all the women.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, so because you know they should also come to my party after seeing what we do to them.
You do.
Yes, so we take all women in Zimbabwe and we try to see the goods in us as ZANU-PF. So even when we are doing projects, we also take them on board. Like there was Pfumvudza, which was introduced by the president. We launched with the president and we went all over the country. We mobilized all women regardless of how they are. And we also consider other key populations, like women living with disabilities.
Okay.
Yes, when we are talking about Pfumvudza, we look what have they benefited? What have they benefited from the bank? What projects can we do for them? Even the ladies of the night, those people, they've got people whom they control. We also, it's a key population, a group that we want also to talk to so that they'll mobilize for support for our party. We have got widows. We have got people who are like me. I was a civil servant. So we've got other people who are like me, who are in the working class, who think that politics are for those people who are, you know. So I also talk to those people, you know, through the programs that we come up with. So we talk to each and every flea markets, because for your own information, SMEs has got women SMEs constitute about 70% of the businesses, the SMEs. Okay. And to those people, employment, and they employ other women, you see. So we are empowering them, empowering projects. As not naming 10. Kandirana izvezera renyu kana zviri zvinoda ma50 cents ita izvozvo zvinoda madola zvinoda chi vatanga nema50 cents vanozodawo zviri kuita ma$10 wotonawo vari kutokwira. So women will become busy. They are busy throughout the day.
Of course.
Takuenda ku Vision 2030 ya President Manje, taking all women, you know, to the middle income economy by 20.
You know, I can see the way you got yourself to the top. You know, you've answered at least 3 questions.
Oh, is that so? Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's actually very good.
Okay.
You've spoken your mind out. I'm very much impressed. So, what I also needed to understand was the business question. Besides politics, is there anything else that you're focusing on?
I don't know whether I can say kana kuchidyiswa ndakadyiswa nepolitics. I eat politics, I sleep politics, I run politics, I walk politics. You know, most of my time I'll be thinking about politics. You know, when I was a teacher, I had a business I used to rent. I had since left that for my kids.
Okay.
I've nothing right now, but I've got a shop that I've built, a hardware. There's nothing in it. I'm not thinking what to do about it. I have nothing to think about it. Because, you know, this time I'm thinking, what can I do for other women?
Vision 2023.
Yes. So, you know, I've had that building. You know what I've done?
Mm-hmm.
I've also take people who have got the passion of, you know, into bread making.
Mm-hmm.
And I've given them the chance to use that stand, you know, to do their projects. And also I've converted it to become a training place whereby I take ministry from youth ministry, from women ministry, from the banks to go and train women on various projects using that premise. But anyhow, maybe I'll think of something to do in business. Maybe not now.
Later on.
Maybe later on. But now I want to see ZANU-PF winning.
Amazing.
Yes,
No,
you know, we have to reach 5 million, and as women we have said we want to beat the 3 million threshold.
Right, okay.
Right.
Okay, and you've also described how the new dispensation is about economics and empowering women. You did clarify that. So my next question to you would be, as a female parliamentarian, how is it to be in the male-dominated industry and just being a woman in that kind of situation in the parliament? And
yeah, you feel very great.
Right?
Yeah.
It's an achievement.
And it's a chance which comes once in a while. However, it comes with its own challenges. You know, as women, we are disadvantaged somehow economically. Stamina-wise, men are more powerful than us. Financially wise, men are more financially stable more than us. So when you are getting into a field with a very abled person like a man who is financially stable, who has got the physical stamina, and who can even, you know, try to mock you when you try to compete with him, you know, it's very difficult. So, yeah, I feel very honored, and I give that honor to my constituents, which have also seen it fit that voting a woman into a position means a lot, because most women, you know, they have got the polar Down syndrome. They don't support another woman. So I salute my constitution for that.
I suppose it's one of those lessons you have to give to the women you visit and talk to support each other.
Yes. That is some of the things that we are doing. And you know what? We have come up with a program, an awareness program, whereby we encourage women, you know, to be able to stand for these positions. And you know, you'll be saying, look, I'm also there. There's nothing that is impossible. So everything is possible.
Of course. All right, thank you for that. So my next question would be, society has accused women of being in the kids' gloves through the quota system. What are your views on
not kids' gloves, not kids' gloves, no. Actually, it's the way we were brought up. You know, when we were brought up, we're taught that a woman's place is in the kitchen, and we'll be content with that. And these Europeans, when they were here, they told us that a woman is useless, you should not have an ID. When you're working as a teacher, our mothers used to be given lesser salaries than our fathers. So we were irrelevant. So it's like we were stigmatized. That's what we were brought up with, that I think we are just useless and our place is in the kitchen. So it's not we are being handled with gloves, soft gloves, no. But we're brought in patriarchal societies whereby we thought the men are the only people who should rule. They are the only people who should get top positions. And even church, and you see, it's now when we see women preaching. But when we're growing up, we only know it is varume vanofanirwa kudi kumira mberi vachipreacha.
Of course. But your views have since changed. You think that women are just as eligible as men are?
We are moving towards that. You know, we have got this quota system. We are not just crying, being crying babies, that may you give us this quota system or what. What we are saying is, when you have got a baby, achagara, and it, then you would try kumusumudza kuti afambe, moti day, and it's day, nana day, and it. So what we are saying with this quota system is, we are saying, it's day, mama day, mazimai day, and it. So the quota system is putting us, fueling us to know that, it's possible for women to be in these positions. So now we are realizing that a woman can also be a leader. Now the quota system they have given us have helped us to see, and now we can compare who is better, a woman or a man. You see? Yeah. So at least it's like it's helping us to get someone. But
no, that's good to know. Thank you, ma'am. My next question is rather a bit tricky, but I would really like to hear your views on this question. Some time ago on social media, you had an incident whereby you were accused by political enemies about you trying to put the party in bad light and whatnot. Would you share your own views, because you're rather quiet when all those accusations were being...
No, it's not that I was quiet. Mabikirwa ndakaitwa mumusangano. Ndakaudzwa kuti ukaona mhepo ichivhuvhuta wanda inodarika. Actually, it's not that they were my political enemies. It's just divergent of ideas, how people think. It's like I'm talking to you. You might take it slightly different. When I give you a statement, you might take it to mean something else, whereas maybe I mean something good. What I can only tell you that it was not something big. It was something that was meant to be, localized, but it just went out of proportion. It just blew out of proportion. And but the bottom line is, as ZANU PF members, we pick on our differences, find our strengths and weaknesses, and move on. Because what we want is for us to achieve our intended vision of having 5 million. We should not fight. No. There's no need to fight. So we should make sure that our first goal and foremost goal is to achieve 5 million votes for our party. And that thing, to me, is just bygones. And I normally don't want to talk. It's now 7 months down the line, and I normally don't want to talk about it. Yes, but since you have talked about it, there was nothing big. It's only that it was a misunderstanding that it just occurred.
No, that's quite understood. Thank you very much. So in Zimbabwe, literally Zimbabwe and Africa at large, what advice would you give to a woman like me aspiring to be a woman like you? What advice would you leave for her generally?
I want to urge women out there that the sky is the limit for a woman. We have got a listening president. Our president like women, in the sense that if you look at our provincial ministers, 5 are women, 5 are men.
I noticed.
Yes.
We're very proud of that.
So you see, he likes us, but we are giving him some shortcomings because we are not doing our best. I think we have to encourage other women, especially those who are educated, to come and also join the party, come into politics. Because hatidi kuti tipe president kuti tinoda madzimai havana kuzopuwa ma-ministerial post, but the thing, where does he choose from? Because munhu anochuzwa nekugona kwake nezvaanoziva, but kana tauya vana Mbowa vedu vasina zvatinoziva hatina patinozonyatsoiswawo, tinenge tichigona hedu kumirira vanhu. But what I'm saying is tinoda vakadzidza ngavauye, tigodawo vamwe vasina kudzidza, because vane njere dzatinoda, wisdom yavanayo tinoida. Tozodawo vakadzidza kuti vatibatsirewo nokuzotiratidza gwarawo kuti zvinoda izvi. The mixture will make us go. So I want to say, women out there, come and join politics. The sky is the limit for us. Don't be pushed. Feel confident. Come and take those posts, especially even in the local authorities. We want to see more women, and we would like to thank the president because he said 30% of local authority will go to women. So they should come and take those posts.
Thank you very much for the women's advice. I'm sure all the ladies out there have heard. I did want to ask if you had anything else to address the nation at large. This is not just women, but men included, the entire country.
Okay, thank you, Belinda. Out there, I want to tell each and every person that in Zimbabwe, it's not the president alone who can transform this country.
That's true.
Those are very important before pinpointing each other. And also, for my party, I'm encouraging everyone to come and join ZANU-PF. We've got what we call cells.
Okay.
Those from various parties, we want to see them coming. We love you out there. Come and join ZANU-PF. Go and register yourself into cells, village cells. Amuna no kudzingai, tinokudai. Vamunanga gwavanokudai. He's a listening president. We are a listening party with listening individuals. So come and join ZANU-PF. Chitsime chisingazari is ever open. Wamirirwa ndiwe.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming through today.
Thank you very much.